All right, guys, here we are. We're live. I have Louis from Ateo here with me to this evening. And if you guys don't know about this particular brand, I mean, they have some very sexy bottles back here. I love the packaging. I love the corks. I mean, everything is super high end on this presentation. And the tequila is just as amazing. Tonight I'm drinking the Repo, and I honestly, this is probably my third glass, so I'm enjoying it a lot. So, Louis, thank you for visiting and joining us tonight on this live event, and I look forward to learning more about your brand and what how this all started up. So, thank you very much.
Don't worry. Thank you so much for having me, CJ. It's always a pleasure. And well, really quick, of course, well, Lateo as a brand, but we started it all like my grandfather started it all like 70 years ago, like in 1953, something like that. And he was the first guy to bring agaves from the highlands to Romita, Guanajuato. So he was a pioneer in that matter. Nobody back then used to do that. Now everyone wants a piece of the action, right?
Right.
It's like, well, in like every business. But he bought a whole very old hacienda in Romita, Guanajuato. Romita used not to have denomination of origin for tequila until the year 2000. My father acquired that after 5 years of litigation. He finally acquired to secure the denomination for origin tequila to that municipality in Guanajuato. Now, Guanajuato used to have six municipalities. Now it's seven. So yes, we always been linked to the industry. Uh, my family have been planting agaves every single year since 1953. So we know agaves. We know how is things are done. And but 4 or 3 years ago, we decided to start the tequilera with the nom. Um, and well, having a single brand nom is a really strange thing.
Yes.
There are like three or four like us, like
Yeah,
having
there's
a
very few
just
that only do one brand, and it's very
yeah,
unusual. You see those around there.
yeah. There are not a lot of that. It's a really strange, it's a really rare thing in the industry to have just one brand under your name. There are noms that has 120 brands under the nom. It's insane, man. It's just
Oh,
it's just
I think
I
I
don't I don't
saw
know.
I think I saw one yesterday when I was poking around and I was talking with a friend and we were talking about a brand. There was one nom that had 213 brands underneath its gnome, and that's
It
I mean,
well, it's
you
not
can't
it's
produce
not
good tequila out of something like that.
it's not wise. It's not good. It's not well. Imagine the queue on that. If you want to bottle your stuff, it's like your number 357, man, in the line on the line. Like what the hell, man?
Yeah.
So it's not a wise thing to do. Of course, in the quality matter, in the quality end, is of course it's not the wise move. And with us, we are not to the volume right now. We are up to the quality, and we can achieve that because we are only making a lateo under the 1630, 1635. 1635 is a really recent nom. Like
Yes.
3 or 4 years ago. And of course, we have our own nom, we have our own agaves, we have a lot of heritage, a lot of tradition in the tequila industry. My father and my grandfather my father is still alive, and he's a really renowned name in the industry because he did like an impossible thing back then. Expanding the area of denomination of origin or something is extremely difficult, and he acquired that. So we are really proud of him, and well, the brand Lateo is just like you know uh, transmit all of that, all of the effort, all of the good things, all of the expertise all of that tradition that we have as a family. And as well, having a Mexican-owned brand is it's another strange thing nowadays. You know, it's a lot of maquilas. Maquilas are the people that are just, the nom is bottling tequila for you, and that's it. And that is a relatively easy thing to do. To be a maquila. But if you have your own if you have your own your own distillery, you need to pay a lot of taxes. You need to pay a lot of CRT fares. You need to pay all the jimadores, all the workers in the fields, all the land taxes. It's another thing, man. It's a real thing, and I think people not here in Mexico, not in the U.S., but nobody. I think they don't have the whole image, the whole picture of how difficult it is to have a single brand nom and have our own agaves or have things like I don't like to brag about to show off, but
Yeah.
I think we're doing things really good, and we are really proud of that.
Yeah, I think when I started hearing about you guys coming online, I'm going to say about 3, 4 years ago, there was debates whether there was going to be more than one brand in there, and shortly after, I mean, that was all shut down. There was only going to be one brand made in there, and of course, we didn't hear what the name of the brand was going to be until sometime later, and then now here we have this amazing tequila. So
Yeah,
how did you come up with the name of the tequila?
El
What was
Ateo.
the drive behind it? Yeah.
Okay, El Ateo means the atheist in English. Okay,
Yes.
don't think wrong about anything, because we don't have anything against any god, because I believe in some god. But my grandfather gave me this book. It was called the Atheist Mass, and it was about this dentist, a well-renowned atheist back in the 1600s in Paris area, and some of his students saw him go inside church, inside a mass, and once and twice and thrice, and the fourth time he confronts his teacher and say, "Hey man, I thought you were an atheist, right?" And I say, "Yeah, I'm an atheist, but the priest or the sacristan of this church of the San Supplice helped me when I was a bump, and I didn't have anything on my back, no nothing, and he gave me everything to be the person that I am today. So I'm really grateful for that. And he paid for 4 masses each change of season to his friend, to honor his friend. And my grandfather told me, "Hey man, you need to think of with like atheists do, because for atheists, this life is the only chance they have to do things. They have the only to do things good, to do things well, and you need to take advantage of each and every second you have." My father was not. He was a Catholic man, but he told me that, and it was like imprinted in my mind to think like an atheist. And it's a way to honor him. That's it. No, it's a character for a book. That's it. I don't have anything against nobody. No church, no God.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
respect
Yeah.
any kind of way of thinking. Yeah, but it's a way to honor my grandfather. That's it.
That's an amazing story. Yeah. So, obviously, your heritage line starts from your grandfather, and you decide to pick it up. And did I read that you had a couple of friends with you to start up this brand, or is it just you?
It's just me and my father. Just me and
Okay.
my dad. Yeah,
Okay.
nobody. We don't have any business partners. We have people that help us, of course, all the employees, but the idea and the backup and the financial structure for that, it was just my dad and myself. Yeah, yeah, it's been like a really huge challenge for us.
I would bet. I mean, so why did you decide to start up your own distillery rather than maybe starting out in? I know you got some amazing distilleries around you.
Yeah.
Instead of going to one of them and asking them at least to get your first initial run done to
No,
see it.
because that's the key. That's the thing, CJ. If you don't
Yeah.
have your own distillery, you don't have your own you're just a maquila. And I don't have anything against maquilas, because some of my favorite brands are maybe made from in another great noms, in El
Yes.
Pandillo or Cascahuín. They have
Yeah.
amazing brands down there. I don't have anything against, but the real thing, it was doing things like we did, having their own distillery, having our own uh, takes you in another whole dimension, man. You are out of the regular stuff, the regular brands. There are 3,000 brands out there. You need to step out of the mainstream and say, hey, man, I'm not going to do the regular stuff the easy way, because it
Yeah.
was easy to do that back then, and um, not this expensive thing to do, but well, we decided to do that, and we are now in this thing, and we cannot back up.
No, and I mean your name seems to be popping up more and more uh, with some of the new states. It seems like that may be popping up, or
Yeah,
with the additional um, traffic on the social media and people learning about your brand and how amazing it is. I mean, it's so rich in flavor, um, so agave forward and stuff that it is truly a fantastic tequila. And if anybody has any second doubts about picking up a bottle, I would suggest that you buy it. Just go ahead and buy it.
yeah, appreciate that, CJ, a lot. I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, we're like kind of making a lot of noise out there. The people in the package group, PKGD, those guys are amazing. Those guys like are my family. Those are my really good friends, and they are helping me a lot with that. Sean and Jeff are really tremendous guys, and
Yes.
I appreciate those guys, infinitely, for the help that those guys represent to my group and my brand, of course. Those are those guys are really a huge part of the success that we are like experiencing right now, CJ.
I know both of them, and they're both very enthusiastic about the tequila community, and
Yeah,
who they work with. I mean, they have some phenomenal brands uh, that they work with, so they're not bringing on
of
the
course. Yeah,
the bottom shelf tequilas. They're bringing in a lot of the higher end tequilas, hence yours. So
yeah.
how did you come up with your guys' flavor profile? Was it you and your dad, hanging out and experimenting, or was this some family recipe?
No, no, no. Of course, we wanted to, to offer the traditional kind of style in profile matter, but our maestro tequilera is an amazing girl. Is Her name is Diana Quiroz, and Diana Quiroz is the artist, is the master and the artist behind the profile, and she became with this amazing stuff, and we appreciate the really hard work and the amazing job that this girl has been doing with us, and we are really like surprised with the outcome of this, and but it's all also her work. Yeah,
That's awesome. So we have a female master distiller that came up with
yeah.
your flavor profile, which that seems to be becoming more of the norm with all the different brands. Um, you More females becoming into the tequila world. I mean,
Yeah.
even compared to like 5 years ago, it seems like there seems to be you know, a good group of ladies out there that has really put their signature on the industry.
No, that
So
I appreciate that. The empowerment of these women, and they've been doing a lot of good work. They keep studying around the topic, around the processes and everything. And yeah, it's more and more common to find out that some of the raised tequila are made by women. Yeah.
yes, absolutely, and of course you got your other tequila um, masters out there, obviously, but yes, these women are just they're killing it with some of the tequilas that they're actually producing today. So, has your distillery opened up for tours as of yet? I mean, are you inviting guests
Yeah,
to your
yeah, but
distillery?
it's not that wide open. It's better if people reach out to me and say, "Hey, man, we want to visit. We are a party of 10 or 20, and I can have everything prepared for them, and having the best service we can provide. But it's yeah, by appointment only right now. We're trying to make a terraza right now, to make like some kind of restaurant service and have a boutique, have a tasting room, and that is gonna be up and running like in 2 months. But I will let you know as soon as possible.
Yeah, because you're not really out on the mainstream. You're tucked away like one of your other neighbors, aren't you?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
you're out in the middle of nowhere and in
En el
some
nacimiento, yeah,
beautiful land.
yeah. It's el nacimiento, but if you know, El Alteña is really near. El Pandillo is really near as
Hmm.
well. Some rated distillery are nowadays are like 500 meters from me. So we are
Wow,
in the
it's that
same
close.
area. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because I stopped by there last time, and it's like, man, I wish you would have sent me that pin. I would have stopped by. That was
No, no, it's really
unfortunate.
close. Really, really close.
So we probably drive right by your place, huh?
Maybe you did. Yeah.
How funny. So,
Yes, it is.
um, you grow your own agave on your own farms?
Yeah, 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 yeah. We, as I told you, CJ, we started it. Well, my grandfather started to grow agave in 1953, and always every single year we have a harvest. We have from all the ages and all over the place. We have the majority of those agaveras are in Guanajuato, because the big ranch we have a big ranch in Guanajuato Romita, where the hacienda is located. But we have as well in Arandas, in Tequila, in San Juan de los Lagos, Lagos de Moreno as well. We are like in terms of the wineries, we are not like a chateau. We are a domain.
Mm-hmm.
All over the place. Yeah.
So how long do you typically let your agaves sit in the ground before you harvest, or do you go by a bricks level?
No, yeah, you need to. Of course, you need to check the bricks level is the most important thing, but no more than 5.5 years. Those people that are waiting like 6 or 7, uh, nowadays is not a wise thing to do. Agaves ripe uh, really early, like not back in the days. It took like 20 years, almost, or 15. Not anymore. For agave Tequila Huevo Azul is no more than 6, 7 or 8 is the majority of that plantation is gonna, you know, go go rot. It's gonna rotten. You need to
Right.
wait 5.5 years, no more than that. Is a wise thing to do.
And in your area, do you have that deep red, rich red soil?
In Arandas is because the concentration of iron, but in Romita the soil is really dark. It's really like muddy, like it's different. The terroir is really different in the majority of our plantations. But in Arandas, of course, we have this tierra colorada. Yeah.
So does it get more rain or more moisture through it easier to help that agave to grow?
No, agave doesn't need that much of water. Agaves are really uh, it's a really endeavor plant, if we can say that. If they don't need they can the only thing that agave doesn't like is excess of water or excess of cold. That's 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 the worst thing that can happen to agave, because a freeze they cannot hold the cold for a really long period of time, and a lot of water is gonna just soak the agave and gonna drown the agave. They don't like that. They like to be in the hills, up in the hills
Hmm.
with some inclination, yeah, but not in the plains, in really large plains, because it's not the good situation for the agave. They don't like a lot of water. You don't need like irrigation for that. No.
Okay. So kind of like a grape, it likes to be on the hillside
Yeah,
with, water going past it, but not soaking into the ground.
of course. But of course, they don't like a lot of water, and the freeze is is deadly for them. It's
Yeah.
really deadly. Back in the 97, it was like well, it was a really big snowstorm in old Jalisco and in Guanajuato, and it was devastating for the agaveras. It was a really strange thing back then to snow in Mexico, but
Yeah.
they don't like cold at all. Under under 5 degrees Celsius is just not a good situation for us.
Huh. Amazing.
Yeah,
So you you do you do make your tequila a very traditional way. You
yeah,
use a Tahona,
yeah.
and then I saw that you use. Do you use 3 barrels?
We used ex bourbon barrels. This time is the first time that those barrels have a tequila inside. But we have brands. We have all kind of brands of bourbon. You name
Mhm.
it, and the profile, of course, is going to be different. Each and every in every brand, if
Right.
it's a more like a Makers, or it's a more like a Woodford or Jim Beam, it's going to be different. And that I think that the repo you have, maybe I think it's Makers. I don't remember well, but yeah.
Uh, I was thinking this was the one that you brought. Yeah, the Añejo has the Mexican stamp on it.
Yeah,
It
those I think are Makers, because I'm going to in stages, and I get rid of every single brand, and when I run out of those that brand of barrels, I keep up with this with the next one.
There you go. So, looking at Tequila Matchmaker, you're using American white oak barrels, used barrels, and bourbon barrels. It,
Yeah,
so, is it brand new American oak, white oak barrels?
no,
No, they're all bourbon barrels.
no, just use barrels. No, no, I
Okay.
don't use the new one. Yeah,
Okay. Uh, and there's a small hint of wood there, and I was just wondering, if that's from the oak new barrels, but you're still getting quite a bit of wood out of that bourbon barrels that you are working with. That's
yeah.
amazing.
No, the profile and the end, the result of that, I love it, man. I really love it. The repo
Yeah.
that you are shaping right now is one of my. It's not because I made it, man. I don't like to show off, but it's really good, right?
Yes, it's amazing. Well, now I poured it, and look at how light in color that is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And this is the Añejo.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
You
just
didn't you don't
poured
want
the
to find
Añejo.
a brown liquid
No.
inside a Añejo bottle. No, no, that's a red light.
Yeah.
But in order to have a good Añejo, you need to you have a really good quality barrels, and of course this kind of profile it's a nice and a smooth transition for the people that are used to sip good bourbon,
Hmm.
and they want to explore the tequila option.
Yeah. No, that is phenomenal. That
Yeah,
Añejo is really good. I
yeah,
enjoy
Añejo is
that.
really, really nice.
In Anejos, I don't typically, enjoy them as much. I've been leaning towards the repos and Blancos, but your repo is amazing. I enjoy that so much.
No, I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate that a lot, and I think the Añejo in that specific barrel it was 18 months inside the barrel.
Hmm.
The repo I think is 8 months or 7 months, something like that.
Okay. Can we expect a extra Anejo maybe from you?
Sorry, CJ, I didn't get that.
Can we expect an extra Anejo out of you?
Yeah. Sorry. You know that at least it's 36 months inside the barrel.
Right.
I'm 6 months shy of that. So next year we're gonna have the extra añejo. It's gonna be amazing, I think, because if these things are really good, imagine the extra, right?
Oh, yeah. A little, just a little bit more wood to go along with it. Some mellow it out just a little bit more. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to be amazing.
And in the short term, we're gonna release the single barrels cask strength for Mañejo and Repo. The high proof, I mean, for the Repo and the Añejo as well.
Oh, awesome. And when are those going to be out on the market?
Maybe I think middle of next year we're gonna start having these special editions.
And I saw that you do have a steel proof Blanco.
Yeah, I didn't send that because I ran out of those in LA. But yeah, it was like in the LA Tequila Fest. Everybody wants to try the high proof, and I
Yeah.
ran out of the bottles. But yes, I have the steel strength, and it's really good. It's really an agave bomb. It's called the Big Bang because
Yeah.
all the essence are around the brand as well. But it came like not like it's a really nice piece of art in matter of agave forwardness inside the bottle. Yes.
Yeah. I definitely enjoy it a lot. And I look forward to the extra Añejo. I hope to
Yeah.
see that.
You're gonna have a. I'm gonna as soon as I have some samples, gonna start to send it to the people that it should be in their
Yeah.
shelves, and you're gonna try it really soon.
I appreciate that a bunch. Well, I don't have much more for you this evening, and I know that you're a busy person. Um, if you got any last words, we can go ahead and close this up for you this afternoon.
No, no. Just to thank you as well. The time and the space, CJ, is an honor always to interact with people that appreciate good tequila and knows about tequila, and it's not a common thing. And
Yes,
I appreciate, and every time you want to reach out, and we can repeat this, and we can have a nice conversation. It would be a pleasure for me, CJ.
I thank you very much, Louis.
Thank you
Thank you
to all
for
the people
joining
that
us
is
again.
watching, and yeah, really soon, CJ. Count
All
on
right,
it.
all right. I'll see you
Thank you
when I
so
come
much.
down there.
All right, you tell me no.
Yes.
Thank you,
You
man.
have a good
Bye
evening,
bye.
Louis. Bye bye.
Bye.